on the track, it's like there it is. From the block parties, got house parties, I get to it. I'm about my business, that's exactly what I mean. Young beast from the east, so you know I put it in. I'm that ghetto gorgeous gangster girl, about to fly G-Slide international. By the way that I bounce on the track, you know, you ain't never seen a girl like this, oh no.
This is Lil Mama, aka the voice of the young people. Shout out to Real Talk NY. You're in tune to realtalkny.net, your one stop for everything hip hop. It's your girl Joy Daily. I'm holding it down. We got Lil Mama. What's up, Lil Mama? What up? Yeah, so you are dropping this new album, Voice of the Young People.
Yes, most definitely.
Now, why do you feel like you are that voice for the young people, and why do you think that young people need a voice right now?
I feel like I'm the voice of the young people because I keep it official. And a lot of music that I've been hearing, a lot of artists that I've been seeing in the past don't represent the voice that I represent. For example, when you hear me speak, you won't say to yourself, she sounds just like so-and-so. She's selling the same thing that so-and-so is selling. You know what I mean? I try to stay away from like sex and all of that type of stuff that a lot of like labels and fans feel like you have to sell. Like whether an artist is 17 or 15, they'll put like long curly weave and makeup, high heel shoes, shirts that show their breasts and little shorts, stuff like that. And like I just try to stay away from that because that's something that adults do. You know what I mean? That's not something that the youth needs to be involved with. And I think that when it comes to that, that's one of the biggest reasons why we have teenage pregnancy. It's like if you don't know your problems, whether it's like you're a female and I'm a female, we're not the same female, but your problem is still my problems, because like a guy that you might be with right now, the reality of it is that in 2 weeks, 2 years, or 10 years from now, he might be looking for a younger girl, and I just might be that younger girl that he finds and end up with the same STD that he's passed on or you've passed on. And it's so serious right now. And I'm not like, I don't mean to be harsh, but that's the reality of it. And being the voice of the young people, you have to give that to the youth, the real.
So you notice that there's a lack of female MCs. It's like a dying breed. There are very few successful female MCs. Why do you think that it's so difficult for females to make it rapping, and why do you think that you're doing so well, you're so successful?
I'm the antidote. That's something that I truly feel about myself. Like I'm the answer to the speculations about female MCs. There has been female MCs that has hit the scene over the past 2 years, and I believe some of them are Lady Sovereign, female MC from Europe. I've heard of her. Young B, Lil Mama. Well, now we have Kid Sister, etc., etc. Not everybody is a classic. Not everybody has what it takes to take the world to the next level. It's an emotional thing, it's a spiritual thing, it's a mental thing. It's so much more than just the obvious. You know what I mean? And I have what it takes to take it to the next level. It hasn't been a breakthrough of female MCs since like what, TLC? What? Like, and they were the young, you know what I mean? They were the Left Eye. She was the MC of the group. And I'm not sure if there was other female MCs to come after that were legendary, but it's like, why aren't you opening that door? Why aren't you taking your hand and putting it out like, yo, shorty, you got what it takes. Come on. Express yourself. Hip hop started in a circle of men, women, children, ciphering. It's a cipher. And that's what it's all about. The game, like I don't want to use profanity, and I don't use profanity, but I listen to it sometimes because that's where you might find some of the realest. That's where you might find some of like the realest things. Like Lil Wayne said, the game is all effed up. That's the truth. It's the game. Like everything is moving around like a factory. Hip hop started out in the heart. listen to Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Now everybody trying to chart, and that's what it's all about. So it's like, can this female sell? Is she cute? Is she vulnerable to sell her body and her lyrics at the same time? Like, if you look around now, one of the biggest things about hip hop are like the eye candy in the videos. So when you see a female hip hop artist, you expect her to be eye candy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm real. I'm official. Like, and I think that by coming out at the age of 17 sort of helped me out, because if I would have came out at 19 or 20, they would have probably been like, oh, you need to wear this, you need to wear that. Not that it would have affected how I feel about my image, because I'm a strong individual, and the way I feel about my image plays a major part in what you see. So when it comes to where our female rappers, why they not around, you have probably 1 million underground female rappers that are not getting the recognition that they need, because the respect just is not there no more. Nobody cares about what hip hop is all about. They care about chart. Like, for me, I see myself as a female MC. I see myself as a singer, a writer, a dancer. Like, I speak the truth. And one day I will be very, very, how can I say this, historical for more than just entertainment, because I'm real at heart. And that's what makes me different from a lot of MCs, because I'm so much more than just the MC. The rabbit hole goes so much more deeper. And when they look at me and try to figure it out, and when they say, what is it? It's Lil Mama, voice of the young people. Like,
you have collaborated with a lot of artists outside of hip hop. Now, do you consider yourself to be a crossover artist?
Of course.
And why do you think that's a good thing?
I'm definitely a crossover artist, and that's a good thing, because I'm from the hood, right? And usually people that's from the hood, they're afraid to venture out because they feel, oh, I'm losing my swag, I'm losing who I am, you're not hard, you selling out if you do this or you do that. Like, that's stupidity. I love music. I love entertainment. I went to jazz, tap, ballet, South African, hip hop, street dance. I've been a part of competitions where everything was so negative and it was like, oh yeah, we better than them. And then I've been a part of recitals where it's like, show what you do, and we'll clap for every one of you, whether this person is from this dance school or from the next dance school. We respect all of y'all, do y'all thing. And that showed me the difference between hate and love. Venturing out and staying in one little box. I love everything that I do. I would take salsa dance. I will make a Spanish song. And I have made rock meets hip hop. And that's the reason why I am the birth of hip hop. A lot of people say, oh, how can you be the birth of HIP-POP when that's something that's already been established? No, sometimes you might hate and say that it's been established just because you can't respect it. But it is what it is. I am the birth of hip hop. I'm a hip hop artist with the outlook on life that is so powerful. The power of prophecy is so powerful that nobody can block my blessings. You know what I mean? I venture out. I will make a pop record. I will make a rock record, salsa. And it's so much deeper than just the record. I will get into the culture. I love music.
I would like to ask you to spit a couple bars for us, because I know you could throw it down.
Listen, it don't take much for Little Mama spit flames quick. About that name, Little Mama, I was raised with that. From the stage to the streets, look, I stays with that. That's like a pen without a pad. We engaged to that. I'm trying to see my face on billboards and my name on wax. F that, oops, I can't curse, my dad is listening. And my mom said the bell fixing to give me your whipping. That just sound like, wow. Like that's how I used to feel back in the day. Like, for real, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like, it's like I'm a poet, not a poet, it's like I'm a prophet. A lot of things that I've ever wanted in my life, I spoke into existence. And that's one of the things that made me back up just now from finish going on and on with that rhyme. Nah, for real, like in my mind, it was like, wow, everything that I spoke about at that time has come to existence. I like to thank God. I like to thank my daddy. For real, like, that's serious. Thanks for coming.